Hey guys, it's Wine Wednesday, and I'm Sarah. Today we're going to be drinking a beautiful pink Moscato. I recently turned 21 and I like wine and I like to complain, so I figured we could combine the two and do a weekly rant session where I whine and you listen. So I'm going to pour myself a glass and then I will tell you what we're discussing today. Okay, so today I would like to whine about serial killer fan bases. This comes in light of my recent viewing of the Netflix Ted Bundy docuseries. Super interesting. I definitely recommend it. I haven't even gone through it yet. I'm not really sure if I can watch it alone. I might test it out and then maybe just wait until Jenna's back because I'm so bad about watching creepy things alone. I get really sketched out really easily. I gotta have some support, you know? We all need some support. But it just made me think about these weird fan bases that serial killers develop. And there's these like teenage girls and they're like, oh my god, he's so cute. And I'm like, girl, he's a serial killer, but whatever. And I'm not sure if people know that this little niche of fans exists because I just happened to stumble upon it on Tumblr where you find everything terrible in the world. And it is terrifying. If you don't know anything about it, basically the easiest way to find it is to go into the Tumblr search bar and look for tagged things. The easiest one, and probably I'd say the biggest fan base from what I know, is the Columbine shooters. People just seem to love them. And when I say people, I really mean teenage girls, and you know, somebody can fact check me on that, but it really seems like it's all teenage girls just obsessing over these dudes, and it's so weird to me. Like, I just cannot understand. I just want to delve into like the psychology behind why teenage girls fantasize about the weirdest people. It's just so weird. If somebody is able to explain it to me better than what I can understand now, I would really appreciate it because I don't know what's happening, honestly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delve into it myself and see what I find. Although I'm worried that this might be a little more difficult now that Tumblr is cracking down on like explicit content, which, you know, that's definitely explicit content if you ask me. So I'm going to go onto Tumblr. Do I have to log in? I can't remember the last time I got on Tumblr. And you know, I feel like that's a good sign of adulthood, that I no longer spend my days looking through like fandom edits and God knows what, fan fiction, whatever. I don't have time for that anymore, and that makes me kind of sad but kind of like happy for myself. You know, it'd probably be better if I could screen record this and show it to you guys. But then I gotta figure out how to screen record. I can't spell. I'm gonna search for Columbine. Oh, okay. So they call themselves the TCC. It's the True Crime Community. And I would like to consider myself part of the true crime community because, you know, I'm interested in true crime. I'm talking to the fangirls here, not to the general population. But I don't think you guys should associate yourselves with us people who are just interested in crimes. You know, very healthy, sane interests. Because what you guys have is not a healthy, sane interest, and I don't want to be a part of that. First post on the Columbine tag. If you haven't spent ages reading through killers' diaries at 1 a.m., searching for a very specific quote that you saw in here once, are you even in the TCC, bruh? Question mark, question mark. Do you not think that's weird? Like, do you not look at your life choices and go, maybe this isn't what I should choose to spend my time on? You know, I don't get it. There's like Ted Bundy memes and like, what is this? They post like selfies of these like serial killers. Oh my god, somebody like made fan art of Adam Lanza. That is just so fucked up. I can't even begin to explain how fucked up that is. And you know, like sometimes I even feel bad just for being interested in these kinds of things and like looking at documentaries and like researching stuff. But like, this is way worse, and now I feel way better about myself because at least I'm not drawing fan art or like imagining myself being with a school shooter. Like, what's attractive about that? I just don't understand. Is it normal to be sad over 2 dead school shooters because my ass is crying a damn river? No, stop. Get some help. This is not normal. Starting out with Eric Harris, of course. So Eric Harris is one of the Columbine shooters. I forget their names. I should have done more research, but that's one of them. I'm gonna need the whole bottle to get through this shit, I really do. Let's face it, everyone in the true crime community is on the FBI watch list, and it doesn't even matter. It matters. It really matters. I know you're 13 and don't realize it now, but it matters. Please don't look to put yourself on FBI watch lists, guys. Come on. Oh wow. Okay, well, I'll have to definitely like investigate this fully, but apparently one of the main cronies of the Tumblr TCC community, her name is Elizabeth Lacron, has been arrested for planning mass murder. Mass murder. This girl was part of this fan club and now she's been arrested for mass murder. That's weird. I definitely don't want to see anything about Dylan Roof because that was so fucked up. These girls basically write letters to them in jail, like they go the full 9 yards, like full fangirl. The same way that like I would have reacted to One Direction. These girls are acting about mass murderers. Serial killers, rapists, white nationalists. So crazy. I don't care if I get hate from these people. Just watching this Ted Bundy documentary when they're like, oh, he's so attractive. How could anyone that attractive and that intelligent ever do something like this? A, I don't see the big hype about Ted Bundy. I don't even think he's that cute. B, clearly wasn't that smart. This guy flunked his LSATs and like couldn't even get into law school. And like I know LSATs are hard. If you're gonna really accredit this guy with being super smart, like I want him to be super smart. In law school, like plotting shit and not getting caught. That's smart. He got caught though, so he wasn't that smart. And I was watching this documentary and I was like, is it just me or does he look different in every single picture that I see of him? Every single time they would post like a mugshot or like another picture of him, I was like, is this the same person? Am I going crazy? His unibrow like is there and then isn't there, and then hair is different, which, you know, hair changes, but like this completely changed this guy's appearance and I was just like having a really hard time keeping up. In sum, this is a call out post to all you TCC people. You've got to stop. This isn't new, you know, there are people out there obsessing over Charles Manson. There's so many productive things you could be doing with your time, you know, apart from making school shooter memes, and you know that concerns me because like are you gonna become another mass murderer? Like is this just a generation of like baby serial killers in the making? Should I be worried about my future? These kids are just getting crazy. Like I thought we were bad, but like these kids are bad. It's a lot to think about. How can you joke about this? People died and you're over here glorifying these serial killers, and I know you know in your heart that it isn't right. You're doing it anyway. So if you had never heard about this before, I encourage you to look it up. It's very easy. Even Reddit is smart enough to not be like forming fan clubs over serial killers. They had a frequently asked questions, which to be honest, I don't really know too much about Columbine because just the thought of it like creeps me out that I didn't ever really want to like look into it. No, school shootings are just kind of weird to me. Like I don't really like going into that. I'm still like deathly afraid that like something would happen. Luckily I'm in my last semester in college, so I'm hoping that that'll like put me out of that, what's the word for it? Risk group? Is that a word? I feel like that's a word. It happens mostly in high school, but I feel like colleges are also breeding grounds for angsty, troubled, mentally disturbed people, and a lot of fucked up stuff happens in college. College has a lot of stuff that happens that nobody wants to talk about, and I feel like that could really incite like violence, and that terrifies me. So there are roughly 11,000 released documents relating to the Columbine case. This includes interviews, records with first responders, and various investigative reports. And you can access all of these 11,000 documents on the internet. In conclusion, I just wanted to talk your ear off with a little bit about why I hate how teenage girls just affix themselves to like an idea or an image of someone and just kind of like take it like way above and beyond. But if you're interested in learning more about true crime, I recommend Unresolved Mysteries subreddit. It's a really good subreddit. They do really good write-up with sources and links so you can kind of delve into those rabbit holes. I've recently been really into podcasts. Right now I'm listening to My Favorite Murder, which I really like because there's a couple different cases in each episode. There's other podcasts that do a case per season, or they just focus entirely on one case. Serial, I know everybody's heard of Serial, but honestly if you haven't listened to it, I really recommend it. So thanks for listening to me whine about very unimportant things in the grand scheme of life, but you know, someone's got to do it, and I'm here doing it for you. So if you want to suggest a topic for me, or if we want to discuss different viewpoints, you know, I'm an adult. I can have a civil discussion about anything you want. I can talk about anything. So I hope you guys enjoyed Wine Wednesday. I hope you have a great rest of the week. Drink a lot of wine, do a lot of great things, and please, please, please don't fantasize about serial killers. It's weird.